batteries, not those batteries, but batteries handle runners at second, as that's a base hit. Edwards, a leadoff single.
At the 88 pitch mark. And now Edwards out toward right field. That's over Schneeman's head, and it's going to bounce over the wall.
Didn't have any stressful innings.
That was the AT&T Fiber fast play, and then right after that, a base hit for Edwards up the middle. Out toward left field. Refsnyder was playing a deep shortstop, and this one's going to go to the wall. And he has some trouble with it over there. Edwards on his way to third. 0-1. Up the middle. Base hit center field. Duran comes up throwing. Here comes Sanchez. At the end of May. Since then, just 2 earned in 14 2/3. But a base hit to left field. They'll send Myers. Here comes the throw from Benintendi.
Then as a starter.
Edwards out toward left, and that one gets down. Left side, base hit for Edwards. Am I off the hook?
You're off the hook.
Okay, good. All right. Hope Jess is listening. Hey,
barrel to the ball.
That's it. Base hit for. And that is over the leap of Vaughn. Edwards on his way to second base.
Get out.
Broken bat for Edwards, and that'll drop for a base hit. Balls and no strikes to Edwards. And a ground ball through the left side, a base hit. Green light around third. Here comes the throw. And that is going to sneak through a base hit. Berger takes the left-hand turn, heads toward third. So
5 or 6 days. I mean, everybody's just hot. Everybody's hot.
Well, this guy's hot too. Xavier Edwards with a base hit. 2 balls, 1 strike to Edwards. This one toward the left field corner and down. Fair ball. Edwards on his way to second base. He's also got a stolen base to get into scoring position. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Edwards. Chops one toward short. De La Cruz slings it to first base. Xavier Edwards to lead things off. Tony Santillan is into the ball game. De La Cruz ranges a long way. We'll see how they.
And those line drives. There's a line drive. Get out.
And it will. Smothered there by Slater. Nice job. We may look for some pickup games over the All-Star break. That's a base hit into left field. And here comes Berger around third. Throw from left is late. And runner was on the move, and that one's going to sneak through. In comes Lopez. To third goes Sanchez. Throw gets tangled up with him. Makes shortening those slumps, those inevitable slumps, so important. Not many slumps for this guy, though. Xavier Edwards drops. Bouncing ball towards second. Iglesias throws across his body, and Edwards is. And we know Edwards can hit. This one gets down. Ground ball left side. That sneaks through a base hit. Sanchez to third, and he's coming home and will score. 3. And it's going to go up a tick or 2. Another multi-hit game for. Lasted only 2+ last night. This one grounded towards short. Henderson couldn't get a grip on it. And that 1-2 punch. I don't know. We'll see how it all shakes out.
Is that where you call it the 1A and 1B?
Sinking line drive. And 30th of 2022. That goes off of Burns, redirects into no man's land, and Fortes is going to come around to score.
Jumping.
There he goes, and Edwards gets the bunt down. It's going to stay fair, and that'll be a bunt single for. And we are ready to go on a Sunday. Myers deals, and the first pitch is in the air, out toward right field, hit pretty well, sending Churio back, and it's gone. A leadoff home run for it. And it was his first home run. Hanley Ramirez at the top of that list, though. This one out toward left center field and down for a base hit. Thinking about 2, and on his way there, he will make it. Judge on the outside. And sit there and say, well, you're going to a contender. This one out toward right center field, and it's going to be another hit, another extra base hit for Edwards, who's thinking three, fly into third base, and take. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Toward short, Adames has it, gets rid of it quick, and he's safe.
Good day.
And he's back at it again, working backwards this time. He finished keep the on-base streak alive. So that's up to 16 games, and he's going to get himself a multi-hit effort tonight. So you're talking about 3 at second, both on with singles. Runner at first is Sanchez. That into right center field, down for a base hit. 1 run is home. Here comes Brujan. He'll score.
Home runs against Charlie Morton, who most of the time keeps the ball in the ballpark.
Well, that on-base streak continues for Xavier Edwards. As he walk. Edwards, a ground ball, and that's through, so didn't have to wait long to extend that on-base streak to 19. Ground ball, great play by Arcia, but he throws it wide. He's had hits in 5 in a row. He's had hits in 6 in a row. That will keep the inning alive. Trying to add to a 2-0 lead. Bounces one left side over the leap of Riley. Long throw for Arcia, and he beats it out. Another run.
Open up, close the stance, leg kick, no leg kick.
Bouncer, and Bummer got to it. Throw to first, and Edwards.
A bad day today. Like, what was going on there? It's a spring training. You just threw a guy out.
Well, a base hit for Edwards, and it's
is how he doesn't expand the zone.
looped into left, and that'll get down for a base hit.
3-5, most runs with 12, most home runs that he gives up.
That one gets through over at third base under the glove of Marte, and Edwards is aboard, heading towards second base, and he will get there. His on-base streak to 23 games. And that one goes off the glove of Marte and trickles. Straight starts, allowing 1 run or less, matching Johnny Vandermeer from 1938. And that gets down for a base hit, so we'll take over and face the top of the Marlins order. And Edwards with a line drive base hit over short. I remember the visual of him kind of in the on-deck circle, head down. This one is tapped towards second base, and Bogaerts gets rid of it, but Cease, who has scattered hits. Well, today's a new day, right? Okay, there's that.
Looking for a breaking pitch, though.
He wasn't. He shot the changeup the other way. Order Xavier Edwards, who created a run in the 7th inning, and will look to do the same here past the dive of Bryson Stott into center. And Phillips delivers. A bouncing ball over that 6'5" frame. Stott can't get it out of his hand quick.
Edwards had a great at-bat his first time up.
11 pitches. This one out toward the gap. Bader was played toward right center, and that one's going to get to the wall.
Good swing.
And to go along with that walk, another base hit for Edwards. So, but not 0 for anymore. That one into right field, and it's going to get by Carroll to the wall. They're going to send Stowers. Here comes the throw. It's off the mark.
Celebrated the entire 90 feet to first, to second, to third.
This one into right field. Carroll with the throw home, and it's off the mark. Pache slowly rolled toward the left side. Suarez couldn't come up with it. Winner. This one down the right field line, and it'll get down and get to the wall. Hensley's going to come in to score. Edwards on his way to second. Now third. Look at him and sense a slow heartbeat to go along with some slower offerings, but that one turned around right back up the middle. A base hit for
throwing at you, 1 power and then 1 more finesse.
And just past the dive of Garcia. So
momentum going towards home.
1-2. Line, base hit left center field. In comes Conine. Xavier Edwards. So deep into games because he can be efficient getting some quick outs. This one into shallow right center, and it will drop for a base hit. Originally an 18th round pick of the White Sox in 2014, but he gives up. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And a ground ball toward the shortstop. And a bobble by Alika Williams. So.
Ooh, how about that?
But Edwards drops one into left field and wins the battle. And then Norby and Bride. And this one is lined fair down the left field line and toward the corner. Hits off that sidewall and dies, but Edwards is going to get himself to run 8th inning. Runner at second is Conine in 1 out. And just past the lunge of Abrams into left field, but at the beginning of the year might have been seen as somewhat of a utility player. Edwards drops down the bunt toward third. Tenna fields, doesn't have a play, and that's up the middle. That's a base hit, and that's a good start. Exactly. Cooled off a little bit in the month of September, but the games where he's gotten hits have been multi-hit games, which means he'll get a couple today. It's what you love your leadoff man to do. Show the rest of the lineup everything he's got, and then win the battle with a base hit. Leadoff home run for Berger in the second, and that 2-run shot for Griffin Conine. Now this one into right field and down for a base hit. The guys are. Maybe a broken bat, and it will be a base hit. They say the restaurants are great in this city, and it seems like both teams are swinging like they've got dinner plans. Speaking of, another one on the first pitch, and this one's going to get down into left center field. That'll score 1 easily. Fortes around third. He's going to score. Xavier Edwards drops down the bunt, and it just dies. Also at his best when he's setting the table for this offense. Like he does right here. A base hit through the right side. Single. And now another base hit for Xavier Edwards. So a multi-hit night last night.
Baseball very well. Look at the glove.
Just a check swing that drops in for a base hit. Lopez will score.
Stop it. He could fly.
Edwards out toward left field, going back, and Martin can't get there. And one hops the wall. Edwards will stop at the 3-run first inning, and the Marlins looking for more. They might get it. That's a fair ball. Down the line, 2 runs will score easily. Edwards thinking about 3. He's on his way.
He really didn't have it.
Out toward right center field. This one hit pretty well, carrying, and that one's going to fall. Springer's the one that picks it up. Edwards on his way to third, and he will get there. 0-1. And this one is ripped toward the corner in right, and it gets down off the base of the wall. That'll bring home a couple. Stowers rounding, no throw home. It goes to third. Well, this is the second time that Heineman has pitched in his career. You got to go back to 2020. Bouncing ball to Schneider.
The pitches he's thrown today are the 76.
This one toward left center field, and it's going to get down. He had 3 triples yesterday. He's going to have on one hop, and it gets past Schneider into right field.
Game features a lot of ex-Marlins and a lot of close friends of mine, so I like to at least keep an eye on it.
How about Xavier Edwards and what he has demonstrated?